For the third Calgary talk, I promised to talk about playing fast and how to practice in order to be able to get passages up to speed and really easy. So, a couple of things about playing fast, which I think are inarguable. One of them is that if you're too tight, if your hands are tight, your muscles are tight, you can't move fast. It's like trying to drive a car with the brakes on. If you watch some of the Heifetz videos that you can see on YouTube, there's one where they slowed down the film speed and you can see his fingers moving, flopping around. He's so relaxed, it's incredible, and yet he's moving at lightning speed. So you have to be relaxed. Second thing about playing fast is the brain will only process thoughts at a certain rate, so you can't think about every single note. You have to start to think in batches of notes. But there's ways to do that, and I'll show you when we start to practice something. Third, you have to be strong enough. You have to have enough natural finger strength to be able to pick the fingers up and down very, very rapidly and be relaxed at the same time. If you're not strong enough, your hand will become tight in fast passages. So you have to do your this kind of exercise every day to make sure that you're strong. And then lastly, you have to be used to playing fast. People who play fast for a living, they do it every day. So if you don't do something fast every day, I'll show you a few little exercises at the end. But for a practice sample, I thought I'd take this passage from the Saint-Saëns Concerto that we all practice and break it down a little bit. The first thing is fast playing is really only slow playing speeded up. So in other words, what you do when you practice slowly, you eventually are going to speed up all of that to become fast. So you have to make sure that what you do when you're playing slow makes sense. You have to make sure it's in tune, and you have to make sure it's relaxed, and very importantly, you can't use extra motion. You have to eliminate every excess motion that's not going to be used, that you're not going to have time for when you're playing fast. So in order to begin this, I'm going to start very slowly. Very relaxed, moving very deliberately and very fluid, in a very fluid way, so that I know that everything that I do eventually can be speeded up. I'm also going to be very careful to move between these 2 points in as straight a line as possible, because that's the shortest distance. So, after you're comfortable and relaxed doing that, and it's in tune and it feels good, you can start to vary the rhythm. And this is the way you build in speed. It's not with all the notes at once, but with some of the notes. And for here, we start to vary the rhythm with one note of each group of 4 held long, and then the others a little quicker. The second note. Third. Fourth. Eventually, you can start to, if it's the first note that's held longer, say, you can start to double dot that note so that you're actually playing the same rate, but some of the notes are faster. And in this way, you start to build up speed. This is the simplest and most common way of doing it. I'm sure your teachers, mentors, colleagues will also have plenty of ideas. So look for answers to this question everywhere, because it's a universal problem and challenge. And finally, if you can, every day, play something fast. You know, make up your own games. If you don't have repertoire that's doing it, do something with the bow. You know, the down bow at the tip, up bow at the frog exercise. Or practice some shifting quick. You know, if you play the shift, play 4/16 notes, of course 8. And increase the speed. I have to move really fast to be able to play 8 of them, and then on the last one land on the high C sharp. Make up your own exercises. Find ways to challenge yourself to do something beyond what you think you can do in terms of speed, and I guarantee you, you'll be a lot more comfortable eventually playing your passages in the literature. Eventually, it'll be fun to play fast.